Hi, ladies and gentlemen. In light of what's going on in the world today, especially in America, a whole bunch of mess. And the only way it could be described as if it represents one side of America and its outcome allows us to recognize it as associations of evil and despicable stuff without love and compassion. And on the other side, this is not happening. They seem to be and want to present themselves as being a little bit better than this. But the truth of it is, they say the child comes through the mother. And what the mother is, usually the child is as well, maybe with a few differences. So, what we're seeing here in America, in all of its ugliness today, is what America was yesterday. So, to make a long story short, everybody wants a solution, but neither of these two have a solution. They are willing to perhaps go to a civil war and destroy, kill one another, not recognizing that at the end of the day, they'll just have a number of dead bodies and destroyed property and no answers, no solutions to the problems for which they gave their lives for. However, there is a solution, but that solution requires something different. The world we live in is created on a system that is the framework for every last one of our beings. We are basically connected with our environment, the things that we have been taught, things that we've seen, and those things that we've studied and been taught. But the solutions to the problems that are a result of what we have been taught does not lie within what we've been taught. It comes outside of that which you have been taught, and it is available to those who are willing to separate themselves from what they have been taught, looking for a better answer, not the way they are or the way they used to be, but looking for the solution. Solution requires change. Some people call it being born again, the renewing of your mind, but whatever you might call it, the outcome of it is that you have seen the world as it is. And you have made a decision that you do not want to be like that. And what you want to be like is the answer to that. Not something different, not something different, but the answer to that. That's what you want to be like the answer to that. And the answer to that would work for the East and the West. It'll work for both sides, and everybody in the end will be satisfied and fulfilled. But that requires, my friend, an awakening once again that a lot of people call being reborn again, the renewing of your mind. But however you want to look at it, it's the representation of something unique. It is the representation of what you might call the son, daughters of God, meaning that that power that was able to create all that exists, that it's even been able to even allow us to have what is available to create hell, also has what is available for us to create the best, heaven on earth, or where it must be. But the advice that I must give you is that this change that is required, and people call it being woke, which means you're not asleep any longer, means that you can see what's going on, means that you made a choice. The world is not like that. This is the evidence that you have changed because your mission is to change things from the way they are to the way that is righteous. And that is the way that works for everybody. That's your mission. That's your newfound mission. That is the evidence that you now are awake. And the greatest evidence you can get because is if your effort caused the manifestation of a new change because people were able to receive it. Uh, Success. If you don't, then Your efforts are so committed that that which is trying to maintain itself at the expense of taking your life does it. And that is your greatest reward. No man, my friend, made you bend. And the power that is of existence say to you, my good and faithful child, well done. Nobody can argue with that. But, sounds strange to you, nevertheless, that is the solution to your problems. The solution to your problems.